Tonight, live at 5, News Channel 3 staying on top of Saturday's bombing outside a Palm Springs fertility clinic, Healing After Hate. Hello, I'm Karen Devine. We have live team coverage as we continue to follow the latest developments on that intentional act of terrorism. News Channel 3's Athena Drage in Palm Springs asking the hard questions in the wake of the bombing. Hear what the police chief is saying about what's in place to stop that from happening again. Plus, reporter Luis Avila joining us after speaking with city officials and local business owners as many continue to share a message of hope. We begin tonight, though, live at 5 with News Channel 3's Tori King as she was given exclusive access to the blast site. She joins us live now from the American Reproductive Center's parking lot with an exclusive first look of the scene. Tori.
Hi there, Karen. Yes, over the past several days, we've tried to really give you every angle of this explosion site that we could, except for one, and that was inside the blast zone. Now, up until now, the only people who had access was first responders, police officers, firefighters. But today, I got an exclusive interview from Police Chief Andy Mills. He escorted me onto the property, and we were allowed to go and see the scene up close. Now, he tells me he wasn't even working this morning when the blast went off. In fact, he was playing pickleball down the street when he heard the explosion and immediately ran to the scene. I listened as he told me about the moment he realized this was much more than just explosion, but a terror attack.
In my mind, when you see a explosion that large, with a plume that I could see and feel from my house, then you have to start thinking to yourself, what exactly happened here?
Mere minutes after 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkiss detonated a bomb in the parking lot of a Palm Springs fertility center, Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills sprung into action. Although he wasn't officially on duty that day, Mills heard the explosion and knew it wasn't going to be just another normal call.
Were you working when it went off, or did you?
I was actually just got done playing pickleball. So I'm in tennis shoes, sweaty shirt, and shorts, and a baseball hat.
Despite not having any protective gear on in the moment, the chief ran into the scene without hesitation.
Any critical incident like this is chaotic. What you're doing is you're coming in, there's smoke billowing, there's debris all across the street.
Mills immediately began putting the pieces together.
And I thought, okay, cars just don't explode on their own. And but what was the cause? How big was it? Those kind of things. And I knew pretty quickly in my mind that this is very likely to be a terror incident.
You knew almost instantly.
Yeah.
He, along with several other agencies, began sifting through the rubble, searching for possible victims. Mills giving me a first look at the blast zone and the debris in the aftermath.
As part of the evidence collection process, you start looking for pieces of evidence. And these are the big chunks. I mean, there were lots of chunks that were just, the size of your hand all over the place. And so collecting those, and the body parts were strewn over a 300-yard radius.
He even showed us the spot where investigators believe the car was parked before the bomb went off. Nothing left behind except a crater.
The destruction that it causes is just immense. I mean, even that building, which is 30 yards away, the top of the building is completely compromised. The roof you can see hanging down in the overhang. The stucco is broken, and then inside it's shredded.
The car used in the bombing was completely torn to pieces, some of those chunks landing on nearby rooftops and embedding themselves into buildings several blocks away.
Got the main part of the chassis over there, the engine block and so forth, it's all burned up. And then and that's also where we found the rifle.
And when asked about the bomb used in the blast, Mills said it wasn't just an average homemade explosive, it was sophisticated.
This isn't your light fireworks. I put a bunch of fireworks in my car and it caught the gas tank on fire. This was a purposeful, intentional act of violence.
Throughout it all, Police Chief Andy Mills also said he had a message for his fellow first responders. He wanted to thank them for their bravery, putting their lives on the line in the face of the unknown. This site, by the way, going to continue to be blocked off for the next several days with no clear date of reopening. By the way, in my report next hour, we're also going to hear from one of his fellow officers, Mike Villegas, about what he thinks about Chief Mills charging in without hesitation, and also the message that the police department wants to send to the local community. Live at the blast zone, I'm Tori King, News Channel 3.